Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's been a minute, I know. As I said, I have a day job and I have to do my job. I know I am not consistent on YouTube because right now, as I've said time and time again, this is a hobby for me, an expensive hobby, but yet still a hobby. So today I wanted to talk to you, first of all, before I get into all that jazz. I want to say thank you so much to my subscribers, for the ones, especially the ones who have engaged with me, have made comments and, tell me the fragrances they like, those that resonate with them, and for my honest opinion on fragrances. So I truly appreciate you. I actually appreciate all of my subscribers. To my viewers who are just watching, thank you for scrolling by and at least stopping on my channel to see what I'm about. So I'm trying not to make this video too long. This video is actually about options. We all want options, right? We want options for everything. We do price comparisons. So for fragrances, there are alternatives. The alternatives can either be interpretations of other fragrances. So I am not going to talk about notes today, but I will give you a few options. Right now, there's a conversation more so than ever about affordability. People are talking about affordability in housing, affordability as far as groceries, affordability when it comes to rent. A lot of people, there are different conversations that are happening around affordability. So I am bringing to you a conversation about affordability when it comes to fragrances. But to just give you an option, but you have the option because it's your pocketbook as to whether or not you want to buy an interpretation of the fragrance that gives you at least 90 to 95% or 99% of the original, or if you want to buy the original, your choice. Or if you have both, you think about, okay, I'm getting towards the end, or this bottle is about to be emptied. And so do I want to pay for a fragrance that costs me $300-400 or even $200-300? Or do I want to get purchase an interpretation of that invokes the same feeling? The first one is Afnan Mystique Bouquet, and then the other one is Ring of Radiance by Juliana Perfumes. So now you have those two options. These options invoke the same feeling as Valaya does. I think these two options come just as close as Valaya does, in my humble opinion. Mystic Bouquet is just as soft and beautiful as Valaya. I'm not going to talk about the notes, but I do know that this fragrance does last long, and it's more, I feel, refined than the sample of Valaya that I had. I feel like with Valaya, I would not be able to continue wearing that sample to work, which I didn't. I wore it one time, and I had a co-worker who basically thought it was too, she has allergies, which I understand. And so there's that. That was my experience. So I stopped wearing that fragrance, the OG Valaya. But I did wear Mystic Bouquet on several occasions, and I did not get that same response. So I would say Mystic Bouquet is a great alternative to Valaya. As far as Juliana Perfumes, Ring of Radiance, this one also is a really nice fragrance, like this one. I feel that the scent profile comes pretty close. The only concern I have is that Ring of Radiance does not last long. And for the price of this, I don't know if the prices went up, but I don't think I paid much for this. I think it was about 30 something dollars, right? And for Mystic Bouquet from Afnan, um, I think it costs around in the 30s, I believe. I don't know if the price went up, right? Compared to Valaya, depending on where you buy it, whether you get it from the discounters or if you buy it directly from the Parfum de Mali's website, it could cost you anywhere between $200 to about, I don't know, almost 300. So I would say these two are an alternative to Valaya. But again, it's up to you if you have that fragrance and you want to continue purchasing it. But these are two options, okay? The next fragrance I'd like to talk to you about, two fragrances I'd like to talk to you about. The first one is by Finery, and it is Pistachio Please. And you have an idea of which one I'm referring to as far as the original. The original is Kayali's Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. I needed to make sure that I had the right number to bring to you because there are a lot of the Kayali fragrances, they have numbers at the end, and I thought it was 30, but it's actually 33. So this is Finery's Pistachio Please. I've had this bottle now for let's see, almost a year and a half, and I have used this fragrance. This is actually, I should say, this is my second bottle, which I've had a year and a half. The first one I went through it like water because I loved it so much. So but yeah, this fragrance does have the pistachios, and to be honest, does it last long? No, it doesn't. How many hours on my skin? About, let's say, 3 hours, and about 5 on my clothes. But I wear this fragrance during the summertime, and it's so beautiful. And these fragrances by Finery fly off the shelf because they're interpretations of others, and they come so close to the original. So that's one of them, okay? The other one is Cahiers by Paris Corner. This one also is the interpretation of the Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 by Kayali. This one is the third bottle in the house. I have other family members who have this fragrance, and it's a nice creamy fragrance on a budget. This actually lasts a long time though on the skin and clothes. So this lasts on the skin, in my experience, for about 5, 6, 7 hours, and on the clothes even longer. You could smell it the next day. My nose. Okay, so this is another alternative to Kayali's fragrance. And this one by Finery, I think it's about $29, I think. Please don't quote me, do your own research. And since prices are going up now more than ever, it might be more. I haven't checked recently. And of course, the Cahiers by Paris Corner, I think it's about, I don't know, I hope it's not more than $40. And hopefully it didn't go up. But these are nice, two beautiful creamy fragrances. You could wear this casually, you could dress these up. Even this fragrance, you could dress it up. I mean, you could wear your fragrances, do as you please with your fragrances, dress them up, dress them down. I went to Sephora to smell this Kayali fragrance. And it's a nice fragrance. She has, I believe her name is Mona Katan. She has some beautiful fragrances. And I think I have another one from her. I actually, not another one, I have one of them from her. And my daughter has another one from her, one of my daughters. And her fragrances last long, right? But you need alternatives because a lot of folks may not have the funds to purchase these fragrances. You could purchase maybe a travel size, but then if you keep purchasing the travel size, might as well purchase a full bottle, but you don't have to do so because you have options. The other two fragrances I wanted to talk to you about, one is by Dossier, and that is Woody Sandalwood. And Woody Sandalwood is an interpretation of Le Labo 33. Listen, I can't. I won't. Le Labo's fragrances are really expensive. And for me, I am very intentional of the fragrances that I purchase, the high-end fragrances, because for me, if there are interpretations of these fragrances, I'm not saying that, interpretations they should interpret everything, but there are some fragrances that are on the high end. I think the masses should have. Everyone should be able to have the opportunity to smell niche. That's my opinion. It should be available to everyone. So I do support interpretation of fragrances wholeheartedly because I'm telling you, with interpretations, you're going to have more money in your pocket, because when you put these fragrances that are interpretations on and you go out in the public, and I've had that experience where they think, for example, the Valaya fragrance, one lady thought I was wearing Valaya. No ma'am, I'm not. This is what I'm wearing. And I put her onto this and she bought it. And she's still loving it. So back to, I went on a rant, didn't I? I'm sorry, this video is going to be a little long, but hey, I'm trying something new. It's always good to try something new. But anyway, Woody Sandalwood by Dossier. And what I like about Dossier fragrances, they have the notes right on the bottle. These are the new bottles. Before, I think the notes were up here and now they're down here. I think, yeah, I think so. But anyway, I love this fragrance, right? This fragrance is so woody. I love woody fragrances too. This reminds me of, I don't want to say a dusty library, but did I say that? Not, but in a good way, because the library is where you go to, get all your knowledge, right? Where some people may not afford to, go out and buy books, but they could, go out and check out books for a period of time. We all know this. And I support libraries, and libraries are institutions. That's where they hold a lot of knowledge, and so I'm going on a rant again. But anyway, I love this fragrance. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you, or you will know, what my fragrance of the day is. But anyway, this is Woody Sandalwood by Dossier. Another option, I think, is another interpretation of Le Labo 33 is Finery Jungle Santal. I love this. So I sprayed this one, and I'm spraying Woody Sandalwood. What's the difference? My nose don't smell the difference at all. As a matter of fact, this one Finery Jungle Santal, it doesn't last that long, I think. But Woody Sandalwood does. So it's a great layering combination. These two fragrances are very cozy fragrances. You could wear this year round, okay? The performance will be dependent on how much you spray. And because of the prices of them, you could spray as much as you want to. Your prerogative. You don't have to think about maybe spraying. I'm sorry, I just got a notification that my phone's about to die. But anyway, you don't have to think about spraying Le Labo and, a little on your skin, because you're trying to save it based on how much you paid for it. Options. We all need options. We love fragrances and we need options to smell great. The last two I'd like to bring to you is Tuberose, Ambry Tuberose, another one by Dossier. But unfortunately, I think this one was discontinued. This one is an interpretation of Diptyque's Dossier. Now, this one was discontinued. You see, I have I wrote discontinued on here to remind me. But this, my goodness, I should have gotten more backup bottles, but I went through 2 bottles of this because I did not want to go through, but I still went through this Diptyque Dossier. You see, I still went through it, but I've had this for a while. And for this one, it's discontinued, but I had a backup and I went through it, and it lasts a long time on my skin. These are the fragrances that actually I've worn to work. I've worn those fragrances to run errands. I've worn those fragrances to church, and they don't break the bank. So don't we all want options? I know I want options. So another option, I know this one's discontinued, but another option for Dossier is Gucci Bloom. Options. This one has a nice tuberose scent. Options. This one lasts a long time. It does. And so because I have this, it's about halfway through. I don't have to run out and buy another bottle of this. Oh my goodness, this is long. But anyway, I just wanted to bring options to you. I watch a lot of fragrance content, and they are pushing out these fragrances so fast. It's so overwhelming. Kudos to them. They have these influencers have a lot of knowledge, and I appreciate that knowledge. But it's so much coming at you. I told myself that I have to keep being intentional on the fragrances that I purchase, because what I don't want is to purchase a fragrance and it's sitting there. I have so much that I'm going to reach through my closet and talk about the ones I've been using so you can see the dents in them. So much overwhelming. But I have to say, again, kudos to the content creators and the influencers in the fragrance community, because they're doing a fantastic job. They have that energy. They're able to bring us so many new fragrances that are on the market. But you can also do your research. And there are places that you could visit If you have, you live in an area where you don't have access to a lot of these fragrances, visit your local mom and pop shop. See what's around. See what's around your area. Visit those stores. You know, you may see, someone reviewing a fragrance, and for example, Sephora is not in your area, but there's an Ulta, or there's a Dillard's, or there's a Macy's, or there's a Neiman Marcus, or there's a Walmart. I see Walmart carries a lot of the Dossier fragrances. A lot of them. Visit, test on your skin. Be intentional. Options. Options matter with everything, including our fragrances. So I told you towards the end, I would tell you which fragrance is going to be my fragrance of the day. Can you guess? Can you guess? Okay. Woody Sandalwood. This is going to be my fragrance for today. I love this. I love woody fragrances. I do. I love anything that invokes the feeling of earth. Gardens. I love it. So this was my fragrance of the day. So thank you so much for hanging there with me. I think I'm coming down with something. I don't know what it is, but I hope I'm not getting sick. But have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And as always, take good care of yourself. Talk to you later.